Welcome back. You're watching the FNO show. It's a good-looking market. Consolidation is underway, but with a positive bias on the index. The broader markets are looking good as well, and the breadth of the market's pretty solid. Avanti Feeds, PFC, REC are turning out to be your top gainers. Oil marketing companies like BPCL, HPCL also looking pretty good in trade this morning. Well, we have with us Ajit Mishra, SVP Research of Religare Broking, now joining in. Ajit, first up, what's the trade on the index this morning?
Good morning, Samina. So, we are seeing recovery after the last trading, second half profit taking. And broadly, the range is still intact at around 22,600, 650 is the area basically where we are seeing, buying interest emerging. And around 750 to 800, we have multiple hurdles. So as of now, I feel that one should wait for any dip. Intraday, let's say around 620 to 640 is the zone where one can look for buying opportunity. Today being the expiry also for the index, with strict stop at 560 and 720, 740 being the target.
And Bank Nifty, Ajit?
So Bank Nifty, I feel that today it might trade lackluster, after the recent sharp swing from 48,000 to 50,000 mark. And if somebody is planning any fresh trade, then one should wait for any dip around, let's say 49,000, 49,100 zone for fresh entry. And 48,800 should be the stop in that position, with 49,600, 49,800 being the positional target.
All right. So, Ajit, then in that case, before I come to you, let me start by taking a look at some of those stocks which are in fact looking at an increase, a decrease in open interest. Can we pull out that list of all the stocks which are in fact buzzing in trade and seeing a big change in open interest? So, Ajit, coming back to you on stocks which are on your radar, what do you like at the moment?
So I don't like after in the last training session, the ones were under pressure post the IOC result. But today again we are seeing that there is a strong recovery across the board, and especially BPCL, we have seen a fresh up move with strong volumes. So we feel that the consolidation or the recovery post consolidation which we were eyeing earlier should resume now, and 650 is what we are eyeing in the immediate future. So with stop at 620 in BPCL, one can go long. Another stock that we like from the life insurance space is ICICI too. So the stock has already witnessed decent correction, and in the last 3-4 trading session, we have seen a strong base formation on the daily chart around the major averages, and possibly in a day or two we will see strong up move in the stock. The move have already started, but the momentum is likely to catch up in next 1 to 2 days. So 596 will be immediate target. One can positionally hold for 610 also, and 570 should be a stop in this position.
Ajit, Tata Motors is looking pretty solid on the charts, I believe, and autos have only just started playing catch up from Monday. Tata Motors for the May series, is it a good stock to trade on the long side?
Certainly, Zamina, because the stock has not participated much if you consider the move that we had in the other auto majors in the recent month, and I feel that the consolidation that we were seeing is almost over for this stock. Volumes are not very encouraging on the breakout, but I feel that soon there might be a catch-up move on that front as well. So yes, one can continue to hold longs. One can accumulate also even at the current levels. 990 should be your stop for this fresh position, and positionally a retest of the record high or maybe higher. So close to around 1070, 1090 is something that one should maintain as a target.
All right. Along with that, let's take a look at some of the big movers in the futures and options space. Of course, I've already spoken about the key gainers and losers in terms of futures open interest. But now I'm looking at your absolute numbers in terms of, advances. So in the futures and options space, you have something like a Power Grid that's up around 3.6%. Then you have something like a Zydus Life. That's up around 3.3% as well. You remember, since morning, we've had a handful of experts who've been talking about Power Grid. Power Grid is looking at a 7% increase in its open interest as well. And this is something which has taken a lot of interest of late. Ajit, anything on Power Grid that you are observing? I know that we've already had experts since morning who are suggesting a buy. Your take on this one, are you contra, or you would also look at an upside here?
So certainly, because the stock has finally crossed the previous swing high, the record high zone in the last trading session, and that's why we are seeing this, momentum, fresh momentum in the stock. So, but at current level, since the stock is already up around 4%, I feel that for fresh buying, one should wait for any dip, intraday dip, or maybe in a day or two, closer to around 305 zone. For the favorable risk reward, because now we have the strong support around 394. So with that level as a stock at current level, I feel that one should wait. But positionally, if you are holding, then you can trade your stop losses to 300 and continue to hold.
All right, and one of your other gainers in today's trade is Asian Paints. What Asian Paints has been doing, at least since perhaps the last week of February, is that it has not been able to break over the mark of 2,900, 2,950 thereabouts. It seems like that's where it's seen a little bit of a hurdle to cross over, and it's not been able to do that. At the moment, it does seem like it's testing that mark once again. That's where its underlying is. Its underlying is over 2,900 rupees at the moment, and it's moving up by around 1.8%. Ajit, at what point in time would Asian Paints become a genuine buy, a convincing buy?
So Agam, if you see on the larger time frame, means on the weekly or monthly chart, you'll observe a pattern that the stock has been hovering in this band with 2,600, 2,650 to 3,500 for almost over 2 years now. And in the last two instances, we formed a higher lows, and this time around also it's a similar pattern that we have been forming, that after retesting the support around 2,800 zone, we have started seeing the stock witnessing a sign of reversal. It's not a complete reversal. So for the confirmation that the stock has reversed, 3,050 is a strong hurdle. So immediate we have around 2,970, and the major hurdle around 3,050. So once we cross that mark, then obviously the potential to retest the upper band, which is around 3450, that would open. And as of now also, I feel that in case if somebody is playing for a day or two, with stop at 2890, one can still go long with 2970 being the first target and then 3050.
All right, Ajit, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us and taking us through your views on the several stocks that we have discussed, and of course your overall view on the markets. And with that, we're out of time on this edition of the F&O show, but lots more lined up on the other side. You're watching NDTV Profit.